What's going on? Zach Adelstein here with Daily Edge Sports, bringing you another college football video. Today we're going over the Friday night, November 7th slate for Prize Picks. Not a ton out there yet. Some things I really like. I'm sure they'll drop a few more lines. Not a ton of games on up right now on Friday night. We have U of H going to UCF. We have Northwestern traveling out to USC, and we have Tulane at Memphis, which might be the best game, and honestly has a big a lot to do with the playoff. Now that we know that Memphis is the top Group of Six team in the rankings, so that's might be the biggest game of the night. Some really fun stuff out there. Not a ton out for that Group of Six game right now. I wanted to go on and get an early slip out there, get some stuff out there before the lines start to move around too much. But yeah, before we even do that, let's talk about Daily Edge Sports. Daily Edge Sports is bringing you all of your pick'em needs. Our staff's constantly putting out winning slips every night. Remember, hit a $20,000 slip that Maverick put out the other night, a six-man on Prize Picks, nice hit. Putting out other sites picks all the time. Our tools are constantly hitting. Our Demons and Goblins tool is really getting dialed in right now. Back-to-back nights, had a 9-1 night for the top 10 picks. Now had a 8-2 night. Desmond Bain did not help us out there. But besides that, the other eight props, he had two props on there. The other eight props did hit. So really, really doing well. It's great for those Taco Tuesday pairs. Great for some other pairs. You got some top plays you really like. And yeah, it's just great to build your bankroll. Get on over to Daily Edge Sports now. We are working on revamping our website. That should be up in the next month or so. So yeah, just a great time of year to be in the community. Yeah, let's go on and get started with this Friday night slate. Going to go over to first game of the night. First spot that we're going to look at is this U of H traveling to UCF. U of H is a 1.5 point favorite here with a 47.5 point total. Going to look at Tanner Koziel. He's been kind of up and down the season. Started the season really hot, tight end for Houston. This is a offense that really likes to utilize their tight end, and Koziel is their top target. Um, kind of cooled off for a bit. Really been used a lot more the past 4 weeks or so. You can kind of see what he's done. 48.5 receiving yards is a decent line for him. UCF is very good against the pass, but they're really, really good at shutting down wide receivers. They're third in the country in total receiving yards allowed to wide receivers, just under 750 total on the year. Now against tight ends, they're bottom 30 in the country. So they're ranked, I believe, 100 and like eighth in the country against tight ends that they have allowed. They've allowed four of their past 5 games to go over this line to tight ends, and in three of their last 4 games, at least 83 receiving yards to tight ends. So tight ends are really doing well against them. Koziel is the top pass catcher on this team. He has at least 6 targets in every game this year, outside of that Texas Tech game where Connor Wegman got hurt. Past 4 games or so, we talked about how he's had some big games. He had 5 catches on 6 targets for 66 yards, 6 catches on 8 targets for 40 yards, 7 catches on 10 targets in the Arizona State upset for 100 yards, and then 5 catches on 6 targets against West Virginia for 54 yards. So he's been consistently going over this line, and this is just a really good spot I want to hit the over on. Next place I want to go is this Northwestern game. There's not a ton of receptions out right now at all, but the ones we do have, one of them I love is Griffin Wild. Griffin Wild is the top target for Northwestern. They are not the best team at all, but they've quietly gone 5-3 this year. So they're playing really good football for Northwestern standards, and Wild does have a lot to do with that. He's gone over this line in 6 of 8 games and averages just under 5 receptions per game. He has at least 7 targets in every Power 4 game that he's been in this season. The only game that he went under that was against Louisiana Monroe, where he had 3 catches for 4 targets. And the other target share on the team just under 27%, so he's getting a lot of the volume there too. Northwestern does like to throw the ball around here, and this is a place they're going to throw the ball around. I know this is a goblin, but it's not taking too much juice out. If you look at it, if you put it, I'll come right back here in a second, but just one of those small goblins. It's not not putting you down at $10. You're still getting a 2.75x, just pairing it with a regular line. So yeah, if you look at his targets though throughout the year, outside of that Louisiana Monroe game, he has 9, 8, 7, 7. Has that 4, then 8, 8, 8 the last 3 games. He's gonna get peppered with targets. They are 14.5-point underdogs on the road here, and Wild should easily get this number. Last place I'm going to go. There are not a ton of lines up so far for this Tulane game, but I do want to look at a line I really like. Jake Retzlaff, rushing touchdowns. Technically, rushing and receiving touchdowns. You look at Retzlaff's lines on the year. He's gone over this in 6 of 8 games. He has 9 rushing touchdowns on the year. He's our primary rusher around the goal line. I believe the next highest rusher on the team has 4 rushing touchdowns total on the year. Memphis was allowed a rushing touchdown in 5 of their last 6 games, including 3 to South Florida just 2 games ago. Um, this is really a nice spot for Retzlaff to get in the end zone. It's a huge game for them. They're gonna put their game on the shoulders of their quarterback, I think, a lot here. And Retzlaff gets in the end zone, especially these bigger games. 2 games he didn't, where you can see right here, Ole Miss, which was a tough game for them, and then against ECU was the only conference game that he has not gotten into the end zone. This is just a really nice spot. And even with a couple of these Goblins on there, still getting a decent return right here, which I like. And even if you wanted to, you take this Tanner Koziel off, you're still getting a 12.50 for 2 Goblins, which is really nice. But I think for this line, I am going to go, get that receiving line on there too. I think you can go either way if you want a little bit more safety. Going back over what we are putting on the slip, we have Tanner Koziel over 48.5 receiving yards. We have Griffin Wild over 3.5 receptions. We have Jake Retzlaff over half of a rushing or receiving touchdown. Really like this slip. Think this is going to be a fun Friday night slate. Enjoy these while they last. We're almost done with Friday nights. Just a few more weeks. It's hard to believe that the season's already gone by so fast. But yeah, just a great place to start for the week. We'll be back with more videos and get on over into Daily Edge Sports. See y'all soon. Peace.